Good morning, students. On the behalf of Paramount Public School, today we are going to start next topic of chapter 3rd matter, that is molecular arrangement in solid, liquid and gases. Page number 34. Firstly, in solid. In solid, the particles are held closely in a fixed position because of strong intermolecular forces of attraction, so they can rotate or vibrate about their mean positions only. If we talk about liquid, the particles are loosely packed. They can move freely than in solid, so their intermolecular forces are less than that of the solid. In gases, the particles are very far away from each other. Intermolecular forces are negligible, so they can move in any direction with a high speed. Clear? Here the arrangement of particles in solid, that is closely packed arrangement. In liquid, they are loosely packed, and in gases, they are very far away from each other. Next is solid has a definite shape and volume. Solid have definite shape and definite volume because particles are held together by strong intermolecular forces. Next, solid cannot be compressed. Same reason, because particles are closely packed and they have no space and strong intermolecular forces. Next is liquid do not have definite shape because the particles can move to short distances. Because they have weak forces, they can slip and readjust their positions. Next is a liquid have a definite volume because the intermolecular forces are strong enough to keep the particles together. Next, gases. Gases do not have definite shape and fixed volume because the intermolecular forces between the particle are negligible and they are free to move in any direction. Okay, gases can be compressed because the particles are very far away from each other. They have enough space, so they can be compressed. Gases diffuse into each other because in gases the intermolecular forces are negligible and particles can move in all directions with high speed. Clear? Next topic is porous solid. There are some solid which can trap air in their holes or pores. Some solids have pores in which air can be trapped. These are known as porous solid, like sponge, clay, soil, cotton cloth, paper. They are porous solid. They can trap air because they have pores. Clear? Next is effect of heat on matter. Heat has following effect on matter. First is expansion, second is change of state, third is chemical change. Next is all states of matter expands on heating. Firstly, if we talk about solid, to show the volume of metallic object increase on heating. For that we will take a ring and a ball. Procedure क्या है? The ring and ball apparatus consist of a metallic ring and a metallic ball. दोनों metals के बने हुए हैं, that is metallic ball and metallic ring. At room temperature, the ball just passes through the ring. If we are going to cross this ball from the ring at room temperature, it will easily pass. Clear? But heat the ball on the burner for some time and place it on the ring. Then heat ball for some time and place it on the ring. Then you observe that ball does not pass through the ring because on heating the size of ball is increased. Now allow the ball to cool down at room temperature. The ball is now passes through the ring. So from this it clears that the ball on cooling contract and regain its original position. So this experiment show that volume of metallic bond increases on heating and contracts on cooling. Clear? Next is change of state of matter on heating. By heating, a matter change its state. Commonly we observe that when ice is heated, it melts into liquid. When liquid is further heated, it turns into steam. On the other hand, steam on cooling gives water and water on further cooling gives ice. Okay. So by this state is changed. Solid on heating converts to liquid and again heating converts to gas. Gas on cooling converts to liquid and again cooling converts to solid. So by heating or cooling, the state of any substance can be changed. Here are some definitions. The change of state from solid to liquid is called melting. If solid is changes into liquid, it is called melting. And the temperature at which solid melts to form liquid is called melting point. Next, the change of state from liquid back to liquid to solid, that is known as solidification or freezing. And the temperature at which liquid freeze to form solid, that is known as a freezing point. Next is the change of state from liquid to gas is called vaporization, and the temperature at which liquid boil is called boiling point. The change of state from gas to liquid is called condensation. Gas to liquid is a condensation. Clear? Now question arises that why these states changes. In solid, the particles are very closely packed to their fixed position. But when solid is heated, the particle gain energy, that is known as kinetic energy, and they are able to overcome the forces, that is known as cohesive forces. And the solid start melts to liquid. And on further heating, particle again gain more kinetic energy, and the kinetic energy of particle becomes so large, so they are able to escape from liquid and turns into vapors or a gas. Clear? Next topic is sublimation. Sublimation means Rajat, there are certain substances which directly convert from solid to gas without passing into liquid state. Directly from solid to gas is known as a sublimation. Okay. For example, iodine, naphthalene, ammonium chloride, they sublime on heating. Solid directly converts into vapor or gas state, that is known as sublimation. Next topic is chemical change on heating. Chemical change means a change in which one or more new substances are formed. In which one or more new substances are formed is known as a chemical change. The composition and chemical properties of new substances are different. For example, when wood is burnt, it turns into ash. So properties of wood and ash both are different. And second point, the ash cannot be changed back into wood. So it is an irreversible change. So chemical changes are also irreversible changes. Another example, that formation of curd from milk, it is also chemical change. Bursting of cracker, cooking of food, these are the examples of chemical changes. Clear? Okay, thank you.